All right. So after you die, what do you want done with your body? Do you want to
Um,
be
yeah,
buried,
so
cremated?
I'm not super picky about it, I guess. Like I feel like whatever other people like want to do, if there's a preference, like they can totally do that. But like in my imagination, at least, it's probably something that's like more like I don't know, like I think the ones that are like kind of like sustainable vibe of like putting you back into like the ecosystem and like just like having other life like feed off figures and stuff.
Mhm.
Sounds like kind of cool and interesting.
Yeah.
I've also heard some like kind of negative things about it, so like I could not pick like an exact just like, oh yeah, this is exactly the way, but like something with that kind of vibe, I think I would appreciate. Um
Okay.
but I wouldn't mind like
So,
cremation if someone's like, yeah, I want to like have that or something. Like I'm not super picky.
okay. So environmental impact seems important, but also like,
Yeah, I think it's like interesting,
so
like
when you say
symbolically,
what
I
other
guess,
people
if
think,
there's no other particular like plans
mhm.
for it.
When you say that it depends on what other people think, who would you be saying? Who would you want to have that decision?
Well, I guess I don't just like saying like making it come down to one person, I guess, is like n- I don't know. I don't know if I'd really want to, but I feel like practically, like if I were to write a will, you'd probably need to do that.
Hmm.
So I mean, I definitely closer to when I die, but like definitely probably either a like partner or like close family member, like probably my sister. Um would or just like whoever I feel like closest to and most comfortable with.
Okay.
I'm sure I'll end up like talking about those plans when it becomes little more likely. Um,
Mhm. Okay. So, um, for the actual remembrance, do you have anything that you would want? So, would you want like a traditional funeral? I don't think so.
um,
Or
okay,
like a,
I guess so. The vibe of a funeral, I think, is or like I don't know. It's I like it more as like kind of like a celebration of life thing. And I feel
mhm,
like some funerals, like even if they're more like traditional, can like kind of be like that.
mhm,
But like yeah, just like a happy thing and like having like people who are close like get together and like have an excuse to like see each other too. Of
mhm,
like especially like there was a death recently in my family, my grandma died. Um and she didn't want to have a funeral or anything. And so like I don't know, in my mind I'm like I think it would be cool to just like get the family together and then just like remember her because she was awesome and there's like lots of positive things to recount about her. And it's been a while, but like I also want to respect her wishes on it. But like it made me think about it, and like for me, I think that kind of thing would be very sweet and nice.
mhm. Okay. And finally, so do you want to create a will or a living trust? So,
Okay, what would you define a living trust as? I feel like I've kind of heard it before, but I don't exactly know what it refers to.
and one of the big differences is that um, when you have a living trust, your trustee can access it while you are alive,
Uh-huh.
uh, if they
Meaning
decide to do
like
so.
possessions you want to pass down to
That
them?
you have that you have put into the, so whatever assets you have put into said trust.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Um, Yeah, I don't know when exactly. It feels like weird to like I don't think about when exactly you would write a will. Because it's like it's always like I remember I said earlier like when it's a little like more likely it's like you could just die at any time. I shouldn't
Hmm.
just be like, ah, that's a problem for future me. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like once I had like a pretty firm idea of like my ideas haven't changed on this for like a bit, um, probably like I don't know, like a year or so of like, yeah, I think this is probably what I want like done with
Mm,
my stuff. After or near my death, um, would probably be a good time to put it down and then be and like formalize it and stuff.
mhm.
But like until then is like I feel like the people who are close to me like can probably figure out like Lily probably would just be like okay, and like my dad I guess, but I don't know, I think they'd be reasonable about it. Lily is my
Mm,
sister for people who are not Chinese.
uh-huh. Um, so then would you have a preference? So also a will is a little less private. Will is a lot
Yeah.
less private
Do you
versus a
have to
living
make it
trust.
public before you die, or do you mean it's only after, right?
So for a will, yeah. Yeah, it
Okay.
goes, yeah. Um, but you want to have one of these done like now,
Yeah,
really, um,
that's that's
to
fair.
avoid issues should something happen.
I should probably look into that. Yeah.
But it's just not something that you've ever really thought about beyond, or like that you
I
thought about doing
yeah, because I mean,
now.
okay, until like a year ago, I did not really have any assets worth like anything. So it's like because yeah, it's like my dad has definitely talked about doing that kind of stuff. And like how it would work with me. But like
Mhm,
I'm just entering more of like I guess like out of grad school. Just like more like adult, I guess, just like I'm participating in open society now,
mhm,
kind of thing. Um, so definitely feels responsible to look into that soon and then like think about
mhm.
what kind of issues I have. But yeah, with my limited knowledge now, that's kind of where my answers are.
Okay. And so if you had to pick one person uh, to execute this will or to be the trustee, um, who would you pick right
Uh, I think my sister
now? Mhm,
um would probably take the best care of it. Or oh shit. Okay. Well, okay, if not her, I think I would say my mom, but like she could also she might just feel like, "Oh, I don't know what to do with it." I feel like either of them would probably get decision paralysis a bit,
mhm,
but like ultimately probably come to the right like thing to do with it or like good enough. It doesn't need to be like exactly like I'm sure they can figure something out that like makes the most sense for uh people who are left.
mhm.
So yeah, I guess my sister is like number one.
Okay. Okay. So if you were to get this document, I'm guessing, do you have in your house now, like for your current important documents, do you have like a safe where you can keep these like an actual safe for any important documents,
I
or?
have a folder that I have been using to like store all of them. I should probably get something like a little more robust.
Hmm.
Um, but like it's done the job so far pretty well. But yeah, as I accumulate more things also that I'd like to keep in it, it's like, okay, I need to do like a little bit more than like this big thing full of papers.
Hmm. That's fair. So the last question here is, what do you think that all of this says about you? Um, it seems kind of like what this is saying about you is that you have not really put too much thought into preparing for death yet. Uh,
Um, yeah,
but
I mean like I have a little bit. I just like I yeah, I've not like decided, I guess is more the thing. Is like I've heard a few things about like all of especially like funeral arrangements and like wills and that kind of stuff. But as to like if I had to like put pen to paper about how exactly I want to handle it, is not a thing I've thought about until now, I guess.
mhm, pretty normal, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.